But first, mention Lake Okeechobee and most people think issues surround the quality of the water. But now the federal government wants to study the air on and around the lake.
The Centers for Disease Control is actually concerned that toxic algae might also be making the air toxic. WPTV News Channel 5's Matt Cesny is live along the lake's south shore tonight in Clewiston. Matt?
There has been very little issues with algae this past summer here on Lake Okeechobee, but there is growing concern that the bad blooms of past years could come back and what they may be doing to human health.
I'm not in support of it because we feel that that's just another black eye on Lake Okeechobee.
Raymond Iglesias has been fishing in Lake Okeechobee for a long time, and he's not putting a lot of stock in a study to see if algae is making anybody sick.
It just fired me up and got me on my soapbox, and I asked him, are you going to test the east and west coast? He says, yeah. I said, but you don't say that. Nowhere is it written that you're going to do that. All you're talking about is Lake Okeechobee. That right there is why we're not for it.
For it or not, the Centers for Disease Control does plan to try to find 50 people who live and work along the lake to take part in the study of whether the algae is creating any airborne threats to health. The CDC does say the microcystins are toxic to the liver and exposure can lead to long-term effects. Locals here, though, who have a lifetime on the water, have their doubts.
I never got sick. I was born and raised here. Never any instance of them saying anything like that.
There is a feeling that too much blame for the algae problem in South Florida is falling on the lake, which takes in water from the north.
I've got customers that cancel their reservations from all over the world thinking this lake behind me is 90% covered in algae, which isn't the case.
And that's really the issue for many here in Clewiston, all the way north to Okeechobee, that this lake's reputation as a world-class fishing destination may now be finally taking too many hits. Live in Clewiston, Matt Cesny, WPTV News Channel 5.